Senadora, recientemente el presidente Petro está impulsando una asamblea constituyente. ¿Qué opinión tiene al respecto de ello?
Pues que es otra de las barrabasadas de Petro, que es un mentiroso. Dijo que no iba a hacer ningún cambio de la Constitución como este, que es un cambio extremo, y ahora dice que sí, pero nada de eso va a pasar. El peligro en Colombia es que Petro va a usar a todas sus hordas de expendedores de droga, así como la primera línea terrorista que acabó mi región, Cali, el suroccidente colombiano, para seguramente tratar de atornillarse y no hacer elecciones.
Senadora, recientemente María Corina Machado rechazó la mediación del presidente Lula y Gustavo Petro ante la crisis política que se vive en Venezuela. ¿Cuál es su perspectiva de la situación y de la decisión que tomó María Corina?
¿Cómo vas a confiar la libertad de tu país con quienes se ingeniaron el Foro de Sao Paulo? Eso es como si usted está en un tratamiento psicológico y le pide por favor al que le hizo daño o que tuvo la maldad para inventarse hacerle daño, que sea quien tenga el remedio. Absurdo.
¿Qué palabras tiene para los venezolanos en este momento de crisis que están viviendo?
Tenemos que hacer lo que usualmente hace la izquierda para destruir, nosotros para construir, resistir y tumbar a Maduro.
Muchísimas gracias.
Gracias.
I live in Canada and I want to know a little bit the condition in Colombia and how it is over there.
In Colombia, we have a twisted economy thanks to Gustavo Petro. For example, 40% of our exports are oil, petroleum. What he has done is to close all the oil investments, saying that he's going to save the world because of climate change. He's weird as many of these fanatics. So what he has done is to push all the investors out of Colombia. If you don't have foreign investment, you don't have creation of new jobs, first of all. Second, he has spread the idea that he's going to make peace with every criminal in Colombia. The result is that we currently have 800 groups spreading and selling cocaine in every single municipality. We have 800 groups and we have 400 municipalities that are now under the control partially or totally by a criminal group. You have a lot of people killed every day because we have 300,000 hectares of coke crops that are not prosecuted. So this is weird, this is evil, and we could lose our freedom and we could lose our country.
I want to talk also about what happened in Venezuela. I want to talk about the election result and your thought on the situation in Venezuela.
Venezuela is not a state of a rule of law, it's not a state of law anymore. Venezuela is I always repeat the statement that it's like a pirate cave. Pirates. It's a government ruled by transnational criminality. You find Hezbollah, you find Hamas, you find FARC, you find ELN, all the interests from Iran, from Russia, from China, all together doing their business. Their business is not just trafficking drugs, but is illegal trafficking of weapons. It's illegal migration. It's everything which is reported as criminal where they handle. They have currently 8 million Venezuelan people outside. Just 3 million of them are in Colombia. So what you see is that Venezuela is a criminal transnational form of government that stole the elections. They thought they could manage the results. They couldn't, thanks God. That's why they have not released. And they use institutions that have been co-opted by the regime.
You mentioned the illegal migration and also you face, and this is part of the story of Latin America and Central America, to have like the cartel, the drug trafficking, human trafficking, a little bit of everything. But we saw the networks growing at the southern border in America that will also impact Canada. Do you have a message to pass to American or Canadians who are facing mass migration of people are coming in. Some are criminal, some are doing drug trafficking. There is also like non-accompanied children passing the border.
Why, if they are suffering because of illegal migration and they are losing the freedom that they had before because of security in their streets, in their neighbors, why they keep voting for progressists? Why they don't change their minds? It's not with evil ideas that sell you that they're gonna promise you the paradise, when the reality is that they're gonna turn your country upside down and you will live in hell. You have to vote for people who defend borders. A border is like the door of your house. You don't leave your house open. That's basically what I should say to the citizens of the US and Canada.
I want also to talk about, we saw what Nabil Bukele did in El Salvador. What do you think of like the policy of Nabil Bukele, but also Javier Milei, who actually put back Argentina on the economic track?
They're different countries. I think, sadly, the only way to reinstate at least a hope for living in Salvador was to be like Bukele. The problem is that he has to be like a dictatorship, maybe for 15 more years. But the people love him. So he can do what he's doing because there's no really a separation of powers in El Salvador. However, if you ask the people in and outside Salvador, they are happy. And if they're happy, you have the government that you want and they're happy. They're not a government that promise you what they're not going to accomplish. The difference with Javier Milei is that he has an extremely rich country that has been in poverty because of thieves politicians. He, as an expert in economy, applied the formula of libertarian. Free market. Let the people make their inventions. Shorten the state, how do you say, el tamaño? Shortened the size of the institution. Cut taxes. Individuals are able to produce their own income, and you have the results. I think in 3 years, Argentina will be as rich as it was before. And we hope that El Salvador do that too. What I'm afraid of El Salvador is that I'm not sure if they have separation of powers. Maybe in some years they will get back. But today, people are happy with it.
My last question is, we see the consequences of socialism and leftist government who create poverty, shortages, and way more. How come the Western countries are now, most of the young people are now advocating for communism and socialism? How come this phenomenon is growing on the Western country?
The Western country is a target. It's a target from the evil countries like Iran, like Russia, like China. The propaganda that they make is very efficient. They convince the young people that are emotionally, how do you say, son emocionalmente fragile, weak, emotionally weak. That's a problem. The young people believe in things that are not real. You see in the media a lot of garbage. They cannot distinguish. That's why the parents are important to guide their children. And finally, a phenomenon described by the former Brazilian philosopher Olavo de Carvalho. Collective imbecility. Collective imbecility is one of the favorite weapons from evil to destroy freedom in the Western civilization.
How the conservative or the right-wing politicians can actually try to make their way in politics if mainstream media are continuing to diabolize the movement.
They demonize. We have to build our own media. Today the platforms are allowed and it's not as expensive as before. We have to do our own media. We have to multiplicate. We have to expand it. We have to amplify the truth. We have to do that to control the evil from the left that have captured not just the big media, big tech, big corporations, and at the end, it happened in Argentina. I think we will win.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Disculpe, senadora, ¿podría darnos una última pregunta, si fuera posible? Me gustaría conocer qué debería hacer María Corina Machado para lograr la transición democrática en Venezuela que Juan Guaidó no logró.
Son diferentes. Ella es una auténtica líder. Juan Guaidó no lo veo yo así. Juan Guaidó pertenecía más a esa mood, a esa oposición que era más falsa y que cohabitaba con el régimen que a lo que ha hecho ella. A mí me parece que ella viene de donde viene con una lucha de más de 15, 20 años. La reconocemos en su lucha desde el principio, desde el origen inicial de la tiranía de Chávez. Ella no ha cambiado su discurso. Ella le toca, obviamente, tener alrededor personajes dentro de una sociedad tan degradada como la de Venezuela, pero yo siento que si esa masa crítica del pueblo se genera, como pasó en Rumania, bueno, como pasó en Italia después de la Segunda Guerra Mundial, que la gente genera su conciencia frente a lo que no quiere y frente al deseo de libertad. Ese son momentos de coyuntura que si se logran no hay forma de echar para atrás. Aspiramos que la fuerza militar y policial de Venezuela la acompañen porque ese sería el éxito.
Muchas gracias, senadora.
Gracias.